Hey guys, so I wanted to record this video tonight instead of tomorrow morning because my hair looked real crazy this morning. It doesn't look a whole lot better now because this is like after gym hair and I haven't really had a time to totally brush it out because I was at a book club meeting today talking about another book called Circe, and it was really pretty cool, and I'll tell you more about it later. But I wanted to do a little reading for you guys. So again, remember that the Cowboys Reality Bride released today, and just to say thank you for all of you who purchase or download the book on Kindle Unlimited, I'm giving away a free short story. It was supposed to just be an epilogue, but it kind of came out to like 8,400 words. So it's basically a short story called The Reality Bride's Baby. So if you just want to purchase the short story, that's possible too. You can look for it on Amazon. But if you would like to get it for free, you just need to go to realitybridebonus.com, and it's going to tell you there how you do it. But basically, you just need to send your screenshot or forward your receipt to realitybridebonus@gmail.com, and then they will send you a link to download the free short story. But I thought it would be pretty cool if I read a chapter for you guys, and I want to read one paragraph, and then I'll get to the actual chapter because one of my ARC readers really loved this way that I described somebody. So I thought I would let you hear that, and then I'll get to the chapter. So this is from chapter 7, and it's when Lainey first meets the people on the crew who work at the reality show. So 2 men looked up at them as the door opened. One was older, probably in his late 50s or early 60s, if the gray in his hair was any indication. The other looked younger, maybe mid-30s. Hi, Karen. But it was hard to tell. He had to be the host, though, as he looked like what Lainey imagined a Ken doll would if one came to life. Blonde hair that laid in a perfect wave on his head, a pronounced clef in his chin, and a smile that shifted between plastic and predatory. And one of my ARC readers picked that out, and she really liked that description, and she was like, "Can't you just see him?" So I thought I would read that for you guys so that you get an idea of that. Okay, so I'm actually going to read you a piece from chapter 8, and this is when Tyler and Lainey actually meet. So it's a pretty cool chapter. I do want to let you know I am going to read you a piece from the short story, probably tomorrow or Thursday. I will warn you on that video, so if you don't want to spoil and know what happens in the short story, then you can skip that video, but you're not going to get... Oh, my husband just walked in. What are you doing? Hi.
Hi.
I'm doing a reading of my chapter for my... We're live. Did you need something? You just wanted to say goodnight to Kaylee?
Say goodnight to my
Okay.
daughter and show you something.
Oh.
I realized you were...
Can you show me something? You get to see this in my life at home, right? I told my daughter if she was quiet, I would read while she was going to sleep and then turn the light off. And then my husband came in to wish her goodnight. So Karen says hi to you also. Thanks, Karen. Okay, so this is... Oh, that's what I was saying about the short story. So I'll let you know ahead of time, but I'm not going to spoil the short story because the first chapter is kind of like a cliffhanger-y. It leaves you there, so then you know to keep going. What are you looking for?
What's that noise?
Probably my computer. It hums a little bit.
No, it's a helicopter.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't help you with a helicopter. Not me. All right. Hey, there's people watching my video. Oh, Kaylee. Baby Kaylee. Can I show this? Hi, Skylar. This is baby Kaylee on my husband's phone. When she was little and doing chores in a laundry hamper. Okay. Can I get back to reading this now? Because I'm doing a live video of a reading of my book, my newest book. Okay. So, chapter 8. Hopefully we don't get too interrupted. Right? Yeah. I know. Okay. It's hard to read while you're watching, though.
How's that?
Sure. I can read in the dark. It's fine. I'll turn the light off in just a minute. All right.
Good night, Kaylee.
Good night, Daddy.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, I know, but we're saying good night anyway. Okay. Shh, gotta whisper, okay? What took so long? Lainey asked as she took the cup. She kept her voice low and glanced around at the other crew members. You're cutting it pretty close. Mary Ann shrugged. The machine had a problem. You'll get used to that. I probably could have gone off the compound, but I didn't want to risk being late and leaving you all alone. Thanks. I appreciate that. Though Lainey had met most of the crew, she still felt like the outsider. And thanks for the coffee. I was up way too late last night. Hot date? Marianne asked with a wink. Hardly. The word escaped Lainey's mouth more as a snort than a word. She'd unpacked and then lain in bed, unable to sleep, as she tried to figure out what she wanted out of life after this show. First of all, I have no car, so who exactly would I have gone on a date with? Marianne glanced to the front left and indicated with her head. Justin's available. She said the words in a serious tone, but the smile that tugged on the corner of her mouth betrayed her. No, thank you, Lainey said. Besides, men don't seem to want the girl next door. They want the Jennifer Lopez's and Kim Kardashians of the world, and I am definitely not that. Don't sell yourself short. You are beautiful, and one day you'll meet the right man. Lainey scoffed. Easy for you to say. You've already found your Prince Charming. Marianne had filled her in on everything Lainey had missed in the last decade, including her marriage to a renowned cardiac surgeon. It seemed there was a man out there for everyone except her. She was trying to be patient and wait on God's timing, but it certainly wasn't easy. The door opened then, and Peter stepped in. He scanned the room as if doing a visual count. It wasn't hard as the crew was small, nodded, and then began to speak. Great. It looks like everyone is here. I thought it would be nice for you all to meet our bachelor. He comes from the great state of Texas, where he owns a farm and cattle ranch. The door opened, and a man stepped in. Dark hair peeked from beneath a black cowboy hat, and when he removed it, Lainey could see cool blue eyes. Her breath caught as he stepped closer to Peter. His chiseled features seemed almost etched from stone, but he didn't look fierce. Far from it. He looked masculine, yet soft wasn't the right word, but like someone you could share secrets with. And instead of seeming cocky as she had expected, he seemed embarrassed to be there and facing them all. A light pink color graced his cheeks, and his eyes shifted from them to the floor. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyler Hall, and I guess I'm your new bachelor. How on earth is this man single? Lainey whispered to Marianne. He's gorgeous. Marianne's eyebrow lifted. Two possibilities. One, maybe for the same reason you are. He just hasn't found the right person yet. Or two, and probably more likely, he needs money or recognition for something. Maybe his ranch. They pay them? Shh. Spencer grabbed one. Only the bachelor. It isn't usually much, but as I said, most do it hoping to be picked up on another show after. So he was getting paid. Somehow Lainey couldn't imagine this man doing it just for the fame, or the money though. He looked too uncomfortable. Besides, there was a wholesome, honest look to his face, and she guessed there was another reason behind his acceptance. Tyler, I'll introduce you to everyone in a minute, but now that you're here, I'll give you a rundown of the show. The women will be arriving tonight. Oh, that's awesome, Karen. 20 of them. We'll be filming the first few weeks here. Cameras are in the house and run 24/7. We don't always use that footage, but it's nice to have. Plus, we'll film a date episode every few days. Those air every week on Mondays and Tuesdays, so most of the people you see here will be the editing team working around the clock to make sure those episodes are ready. Justin will closely monitor the focus group who sees the episodes first to see if the audience doesn't connect with certain women or feel that others should have more time. Generally, we take the top 4 contestants back to the bachelor's house to meet his family and friends. The final episode with the proposal will be filmed there if Tyler has no objection. No objection from me, Tyler said. I want a woman who doesn't mind a ranch life, so I think it's important for them to see it. Lainey wondered what a ranch life entailed. She'd only known the city. Oh, say hi to my son Jackson. She'd only known the city life, though the few movies she'd seen set in the country had held a certain appeal. When Peter finished his spiel, he began taking Tyler around, introducing him to the crew. Lainey figured she had enough time to drain the last of her coffee and sneak the stick of gum she had in her pocket. He might be off limits, but there was no reason to spew coffee breath on the man when she met him. She tipped back her cup and sighed. All gone. She'd have to ask Marianne how to work the machine later so she could make herself some more. Are you done? I'll go throw these away. Lainey wiggled her cup at Marianne to indicate what she meant. Sure, thank you. Marianne handed over her cup, and Lainey made her way toward the door where the trash can sat. But before she reached the corner, her foot caught on the leg of a chair pushed back just a little too far. The cups flew out of her hands as her body fell forward and a little to the right. She expected to feel the concrete floor against her side, but she didn't hit the ground. Instead, she felt strong arms catch her, and she found herself staring up into Tyler's face. Oh, gracious. He had the most amazing blue eyes, dark like sapphires. Easy there. You okay? His voice broke through her stare, and she realized her hands were splayed across his chest. Heat burned up her neck, and she knew her ears were probably blazing beacons of her attraction to him. Sorry, I guess I should pay more attention to where I'm walking. She tried to extricate herself from his arms as gracefully as possible, in hopes that no one else had seen the spectacle and she wouldn't become the laughingstock of the crew. And here I thought you were just falling for me. His eyes twinkled as he grinned at her, and Lainey's knees turned to jello. I don't believe we've met. I'm Tyler Hall. He held out his hand for a shake. Lainey hoped her palm was dry and not the sweaty mess she feared it was as she placed her hand in his. His face didn't shift into one of disgust, which gave Lainey the courage to speak. I'm Lainey Swan, your makeup artist? Her voice came out scratchy and quiet, but she resisted the urge to clear her throat. She didn't want to belay her nervousness any more than she already had. I have a makeup artist? He blinked at her. Do I really need one? Lainey had no idea if he were serious or simply fishing for a compliment. Well, it's more about making sure you look good on the cameras. HD picks up everything. His eyes bore into hers, sending a tingle down her spine. Well, I guess I'll be seeing more of you in the future. Yep, every day. Oh, geez. She sounded like some giddy schoolgirl. She clamped her mouth shut to keep from spewing any more nonsense at the man.
Come on, buddy.
I need to tell Mommy something.
What do you need to tell me, buddy?
Spencer's using the charger.
Okay, well then you can use the charger after Spencer, or you guys can find another charger, okay?
Yeah.
All right. All right, that sounds good. All right. So, yeah, I know. Miss those days when they're little. Okay, so I keep getting interrupted, so I'm going to stop there tonight. But you guys can check out the book realitybrideBonus.com, and that will show you how you can get your free short story download. So make sure you check that out, and I'll be back in the next couple of days to give you a little sneak peek at the short story. So have a good night, guys. It's time to put everybody to bed here. See you later.